say my fall, my downfall of sorts, was caused by Alma. The fall of man is woman. Fidelity Insurance, thy name is woman. Down I went. Down, down, down. Whee! Downward spiral. Spiraling around and around and around, plummeting, free falling because of her? I was going to hell because of Alma? Maybe so, but the question was, and probably not posed by most folks in or out of my position on the playing field, was it a bad thing to be falling? To fall into someone else's hell could actually mean falling into my heaven. Lightning strikes, thunder bellowed, organ music played. Bach. Yeah, sure, Bach. Yeah, that one seems right. However overplayed to the point of hipster's ironical in-joke parody of itself, it could easily seem. Was Alma's impact on my life even a fall at all, or actually a flight? I saw it as both. I grew as I flew, not out of correct, proper, orderly, lawful rules, not out of the right-hand path. I grew and fell and flew because I chose to fall, because I broke the rules, broke them apart, disconnected the right way to do this or that, cut a line right down the middle of convention, near the convent of conventional convention centers. Disrupted the ruling elite. Those ruling rules of rim-rodding the ruling elite. Even if I was one of the most obscure and minor of all the ants in the anthill, I created a schism wherever I went. Chaos, unpredictability, disharmony. I was a schismatic of the spirit. To many that would make me evil, bad, a threat, destructive, harmful, an enemy to humanity, but I saw it differently. Other schismatics like myself, free spirits, individualists following our own left-hand path, not the one where I had to pay my annual dues to Anton LaVey's Temple of Titties, but a real, true, honest-to-goodness individuality of actually not belonging to any little boys groups whatsoever, secret societies, political parties, religion, etc., etc., even the general group stability of the mind that subscribe to without joining a specific groupie group. We few free few, we free souls drifting through this life and the next were indeed a threat, but a threat to who and what? To innocence? To that divine higher than all divinities? Hell no! Parasites, the legions and armies of parasites, they were a threat to innocence, and in fact their grand scheme was to eliminate all traces of innocence. So for me and for whoever else was railing in the wilderness, I was not about to, for a second, a minute, nor an hour, or a day, or a lifetime admit to remorse and guilt and subjugation as a slave and host to the parasites. I don't feel guilty about ejaculating, do you? Do you feel like you've done something wrong when you come? If so, why? For when my love for Alma turned erotic, a creature of lips, libido, and lemon-lime lust was born, and when my fall began, before I was a trusted, humble servant to the Lord, for at that most 2 years, but nonetheless it was 2 years of my life. I did God's bidding, or so I believe, whenever and wherever I could. From the age of 19 to shortly after my 21st birthday, I was a Christian soldier, an unconventional, independent, iconoclastic Christian, yes, but a militant, diehard one at that too. Before I was born again at the age of 19, I was not raised with a religion, nor did I ever follow one of my own choosing. My parents, my mom, stepfather, and my biological father, all were liberal-minded and progressive people. I went to schools that had predominantly progressive teachers and faculty, and most of the friends I had growing up were progressives as well. Religion was not a part of the picture at all. Studying religions, learning about the different belief systems and cultures was the norm, not a dedication to any one particular belief system. Study, not faith. When I was 19, things changed. I was going through a nervous breakdown. Needed to grab onto something. Otherwise, I might spin off the carousel before it finished and go flying into the nearby trash can. Circumstances presented itself at the time which led me to the sort of Christianity I got into. by the time it had been 2 years of certitude, the born-again excitement and sensations slowed down, eased up, pacified, and I began to doubt myself. Doubt these newfound beliefs. The feeling simply wasn't there anymore. It wasn't in my line of interest at the Iceland ice rink, so no effort to suck up to the saintly or sinister, sarcastically sour pursuit to Sweden's sex shops. I turned my back on the previous 2 years' lifestyle and contraptions. Was I a loser? A charmer? Petrified maniac? Or sound and reasonable man? I could do so in my underwear, return the 2 copies of Fit to Bit, The Dust or Dis, Jesus Christ, the Bible, meditation, inner peace, self-denial, the Buddha's belly, other spiritual teachings. I turned all 7 of those switches off and turned instead to myself.